Ayy, flipping the script from my old ways. Pick up and switch them in flow state. Commas, I'm going through grown pains. I wasn't used to being so gross. I tighten the threads at a crochet. I wake up to cushion some OJ. The last tape I dropped was a rollway. It's yellow, I swear it's a Coldplay. Viva la vida, I'm swiping the visa. We working, I'm taking off no days. Cause we throwing shots like a gun range. So we found.
Welcome to the No Timeouts Left podcast. We will discuss sports, culture, entertainment, relationships, and current events. This is episode 1. On this episode 1, we will discuss sports and gratitude. Gratitude has no price tag. I remember when my middle school coach by the name of Terry Moore, God bless the dead, would spend so much time on our development on Sundays and sometimes on Saturdays, and he didn't ask for a dime. Showing gratitude does not always include a price tag. It is the thought that counts. It is appreciation. Appreciation goes a long way. It is offering sincere words of thanks. It is a thank you card, or it's a simple appreciation of what you've done. Teachers especially are in a thankless profession. I remember decades ago, teachers would receive really nice gifts for teachers' appreciation from the community. It really takes a village. So what has happened? Is it now entitlement? Is the community now selfish? Is the community out for themselves? Or is the community divided? Gratitude is something that you cannot teach. So gratitude is something that should be taught. And let me take that back. That was a mistake. Gratitude is something that can be taught. But our community needs to learn that these educators, these coaches, these individuals put a lot of time into what they do. And the time that they put into what they do is priceless. It is priceless. Show appreciation. Show gratitude. Show a thank you card. A sincere, I appreciate everything that you've done for my kid. We have to come together. We need more love. Sports is a profession that where we bring, or it's an entity where everybody bonds together. It is something that we, in a sense, have taken for granted. We've taken an essence of bringing everyone together, showing how important it is, showing how teamwork works, and we've lost track of it. We've lost track of gratitude and what it takes to be a better person. On No Timeouts Left, it basically shows what are you going to do when your back is against the wall. The theme of my show is practically what are you going to do when your back is against the wall? What are you going to do when you don't make that sports team? Are you going to not try out next year because you didn't make the team? Are you going to go home and cry? Are you going to bounce back and put the work in? Are you going to go home and complain to your mom and your dad that the coach is not playing you at this particular time? Or are you going to put the time in? Are you going to put the extra work in? What are you going to do when your back is against the wall? So within this show, I want to introduce myself. My name is Shanakie Ward, and I am from Milledgeville, Georgia. I am from a small town that is about 35 minutes east of Macon. I recall growing up in tough times, poverty, and my mother had 5 children by the time she was 25 years old. But that didn't hold me back. It only made me pursue more. It only made me work harder because my mother did the best that she could. I love my mother, but my mother inspired me. My mother inspired me to go to college. She inspired me to graduate high school. She inspired me to graduate. She inspired me to graduate college several times. But that's the gratitude. I'm grateful for the things that she went through. I'm grateful for the things that I went through. And that is gratitude in sports. I started playing basketball when I was about 8 to 10 years old. And I remember a best friend of mine at that particular time, her name was Isis Evans. I remember her telling me that she was going to try out for the basketball team at the YMCA. And at a particular time, I wanted, when you're in middle school or elementary school per se, you want to fit in. You want to be like everybody that's around you. You want to do those same things. And I told her I wanted to try out too. And I ended up trying out, and basketball was a sport that I fell in love with. I fell in love with the sport. Basketball has taken me places that I've never gone before. And I remember that same coach that I told you earlier about, Terry Moore, he would always say, basketball is a tool. Use it as a tool. At that particular time, I didn't know what he meant by that. But I'm grateful for what he told me. And before he passed, years ago, we would talk about those things in the community. We would talk about that. And I would say to him, you remember you would say basketball is a tool, use it as a tool. But now I understand what he meant by that, because I've used it as a tool. I've used it as a tool, a vehicle to get to where I need to be. That vehicle has allowed me to be able to go to college, to be able to be on this platform right now on my new show called No Timeouts Left. If it wasn't for basketball, I would not be on this show right now. I would not have had the success I've had as a coach. I would not be a teacher. But I showed gratitude, and I was grateful for what he taught me. I was grateful for those Sunday mornings and Saturday mornings at Body Middle School when we had to run. He made us run so much. I was grateful for that. And I told him, thank you. Every practice and how I coach my team was pretty much based on the things I learned from him, but I curtailed it for my own. He instilled that. He instilled the discipline, the camaraderie, the hard work, the perseverance. And I'm grateful for that. It's gratitude in sports. Tonight we had our sports banquet, our athletic banquet. And it was an amazing occasion. If you can tell, I got on my sneakers. No, it was not a sneaker ball. I have on my sneakers right now. I have on my all-white attire that I wore at the banquet. And it was wonderful. The community came out. We were able to give back to the kids that put a lot into our program. It is amazing to be in this position that I have. It is amazing to give back to this community. But gratitude, something that I will always be grateful for in sports. It was the most magnificent event that I've had in a very long time. I am grateful for all my players from 2011 all the way up until 2026. A lot of those players came back to show me thanks for my 15th year in coaching. I am the basketball coach at Fort Middle School, and I don't take it for granted. I am grateful for this position. And this is gratitude in sports. I remember so many lessons those individuals told me about the lessons that I've taught them. Eventually, I'm going to have them on the show. But this is just a moment where I wanted to do an introduction of the show. And I wanted individuals to understand what gratitude is and how sports can be used as a tool. Sports can be used as a tool, a vehicle to success for you to get where you want to be in life. Everybody's parents don't have money. A lot of people's parents don't have money to send them to college, but you're able to receive an athletic scholarship as long as your grades are good. Be grateful for what you've been taught as an athlete, as a person. We're teachers. We're coaches. We put our all into this. And until next time, we'll see you again. No timeouts left.
Hey, flipping the script from my old ways. Look up and switch them in flow state. Commas, I'm going through growing pains. I wasn't used to being so gross. I tighten the threads at the